Hey everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I got this grungy glam purple people eater eyeshadow look using the Jackie Aina x ABH palette. So if you guys want to hang out with me for the next few minutes, chat a little bit, and watch me do my makeup, let's go ahead and jump right on into this video. So I already primed my face and I did my eyebrows already. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with foundation. I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I am in the shade Butter Pecan. And I'm going to apply that. Oh man, I wanted to color correct. Oh well, I guess I'm not going to color correct now. I did kind of go through a phase lately where I didn't want to use sponges or anything like that. But this sponge from Lurella Cosmetics is so soft. I've been wanting to try out the Sonia Kashuk sponge because I know a lot of people have been talking about that one lately. But this sponge is just so soft. Alright. And for concealer, I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I'm using the shade Warm Sand. I love this concealer, but I need a new one, and it's starting to like come out as water. So I probably shouldn't be using it anymore, but oh well. So I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso to contour. Oh, I should have pinned back my hair. Oh well. So if you guys didn't know, I do live in Florida, and there is a massive hurricane in the Atlantic right now. And I was telling my daughter earlier when we went to the store, I was like, isn't it so crazy and so sad that it's beautiful here? Like, it's breezy and it's nice out, but you know, like just a couple hundred miles away, it is tearing up people's homes and their lives, and it's so sad. And I mean, I feel for the Bahamas. I've been there once. Like, I don't know, I guess just seeing the people there and seeing, because when we went to the Bahamas, John and I, we went in April, and the October before we went, they had another hurricane, or they had a hurricane. 6 months later, we went after this hurricane hit the Bahamas, and they were still recovering. So from like seeing that, and now like knowing that Hurricane Dorian has just wreaked havoc on them again, it's just so sad. It's really sad. And you know, I don't know, I just feel for all those people, and I hope that it passes, because as of right now, it's only moving at like 1 mile an hour, like 1 mile an hour. And I was trying to, you know, put that into perspective for my daughter, and because I'm trying to explain to her, you know, like what's really going on. And I was like, okay, so my mom, I told her, I was like, Mimi lives like 2 miles away from us, right? And I was like, imagine it taking 2 hours for us to get to Mimi's house. And she was like, and I was like, yeah. I said, the hurricane is moving slower than you walk, which is pretty slow because she's a slow walker. She's sitting right there. But yeah, I was like, it's moving that slow. And I don't know, I feel so bad. And I saw a video of the Bahamas and like what it looks like now, but that video was from the eye of the storm. And if you guys aren't familiar with hurricanes, the eye is completely like clear and everything is like really quiet and just like settled. Then comes the tail end, and that's worse than the front end of the hurricane, because the tail end is the momentum. So I saw the video and I'm just like my heart, like, oh, I don't know, it was so sad. And then to think that, you know, they're just gonna get rocked as soon as this thing moves, and it's upsetting. I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Pro Filter setting powder, and I use the shade Cashew, and I'm going to set my under eye. So yeah, if everybody, you know, just pray for the Bahamas and all those people and their homes and their children and their families. Like, it's just so sad, so sad. Friday, when I got off of work, I went to go get gas because I actually needed gas in my car. I had like 56 miles left in my tank, okay? There was no gas. And when I say no gas, I meant like I drove by 6 gas stations. All of them had those little, you know, don't come here type of signs, like those plastic bags that they stick on the pumps when they're out of order. Every pump had that, except for diesel, but I don't drive a car that takes diesel. So finally, I was able to find gas. I did have to wait in line for it. If you guys follow me on Instagram and you saw my Insta story from that day, which if you're not following me on Instagram, you should, because I'm pretty active, especially on my story. But yeah, if you guys saw that, I was recording as I was pumping gas. You know how the ticker moves when your tank's about to be full and it goes really slow? That's how it was moving the entire time I was pumping gas. I got like $19 and like 82 cents or something like that in gas, and it literally took me like 7 minutes to pump because it was just like slowly tricking. So I was happy that I found gas, but then watching it tick so slow, I was like, oh my god, like what if it runs out of gas? Like I'm screwed. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the eyes, and I somewhat have an idea of the look that I'm going for. I kind of want to do like a grungy, like a grunge glam type of vibe. So I'm gonna try to do that. So I'm just applying ginger to my crease. Jada said that this shade was one of her favorites in the palette, so I'm using it because she wanted me to use it today. So now I'm gonna take the shade Credit, which is a dark brown matte shade, and I'm going to blend that in my crease. So after I finally filled up my gas tank, I went to the grocery store to try to get some canned goods and like cases of water and, you know, snacks and stuff like that. Let me tell you, first of all, when you approach a lot of the grocery stores or even like CVS's and, you know, stores like that, they have a sign up on the door that says like limit 4 cases of water per person. Which is crazy, but I get why they do that because, you know, people in times like this, I don't want to say that they're greedy because everybody's just looking out for themselves and their families, but I guess some people can get greedy sometimes. But yeah, it was insane. So I went to 3 stores, no water, absolutely no water. The only water that you could get were like 20 ounces or like 1 liters, and there were maybe like 3 left. I got like 2 like quart-sized water bottles. It was insane. And as far as like bread goes, there was no bread. It's almost scary when you're preparing for a hurricane and you go to the store to get your supplies and there's nothing there, and like shelves are empty, and it's almost like it's creepy. It's a creepy feeling sometimes because it's like apocalyptic vibes to me, and it's just, and the traffic was crazy. Especially because a lot of people want to evacuate regardless of whether, you know, you're in an evacuation zone. A lot of people just want to like get the heck out of here. And I'm sure with like some snowbirds and stuff that were still here, they're like, well, you know, F this, let's just go back home. And sometimes I think about that and I'm like, you know what? I would love to just pack up and go to, you know, like my brother's house or something like that and wait out a storm. But he lives in South Carolina. So it was crazy because like the next couple days the storm was not, you know, expected to go to where I live, and now it's like going up the East Coast. And what's up the East Coast? South Carolina. So it's kind of crazy, but I know some people, you know, just want to get the heck out of here. So the traffic is bad, especially on the interstate. Actually, my brother, I think it was Friday, he snapped a video, and he, I guess, was taking like I-95 home or something like that. And I-95 northbound was like a dead end. It was bumper to bumper. Nobody was moving. And it was real because a lot of people just, you know, want to get the heck out and they don't even want to deal with it. I thank everybody who reached out to me knowing that me and my family live in Florida and, you know, were telling me to be safe and make sure that I'm prepared. That really means a lot to me. So I just wanted to thank you guys for reaching out, those of you who did, and, you know, keeping my family and everybody else in Florida and the Caribbean in your thoughts, because it's rough. Like, it's just tough times because it's all up in the air. It's all up in the air, and that's what's most annoying. So I'm gonna go in with this shade Big Wig, which is a matte purple shade, and I'm going to apply that in my crease. Ooh, yeah, I like that. So I'm just applying these shadows all over and leaving my lid free because I'm going to attempt to do a halo eye. Sometimes I think about moving out of the state of Florida because even though I wasn't born here, I've lived here pretty much my whole life. I do want to move out of the town that I live in because I have been here for 12 years. I was telling my boyfriend the other day, I was like, I almost feel like claustrophobic. Like I'm just tired of seeing the same things every single day. I see the same people. I drive on the same road and it's just, I just feel kind of like suffocated. Ooh, this is looking a little patchy. But yeah, I was just telling him the other day that I feel a little like suffocated, and I also feel stuck because I can't really move right now, and I wish I could, but responsibilities and, you know, adult life kind of keep me here for at least another decade, which, you know, we'll see. We'll see where life takes us, but as of right now, we're kind of stuck here, and I just don't like feeling stuck. All right, so that helped. It was a little patchy, but maybe that was just my fault because I'm talking and I'm trying to do something that I've never really done before, so maybe that was just me and not the shadows. So here's what the eyes are looking like. I have blended 3 of the matte shades, and honestly, I think that they all have performed really, really nicely. I don't have any patchiness or anything like that. I did have a little bit just a minute ago, but I think that that was my fault. So after I took a blending brush and I just blended a little bit more, that seemed to have gone away. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm gonna go ahead and put some concealer on my lid, and then we're going to apply the lid shade, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go in with Lituation. I'm using my Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie, and that's what I'm gonna use as a base for the lid shade. So while I'm waiting for my concealer to dry, I'm just applying the 3 matte shades that I put in my crease along my lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Lituation, and I'm going to apply that right on top of where I applied the concealer. And I'm just packing it on. So now I'm just going back in with Big Wig to blend those 2 shadows together on the inner and outer corner. For my inner corner, I'm going to take Shookington, which is the shimmery purple shade, and I'm going to apply that on my inner corner. So here is what the eyes are looking like. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I wasn't sure about Shookington as an inner corner highlight, but you know what? She adds a little bit of zest to this look, and I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some liner and lashes, and I'll be right back so we can finish this face. All right. So I'm back. I just applied lashes, liner, and mascara on the top. I haven't applied mascara on the bottom yet. I'm trying out these new lashes, well, new for me. They're the Salon Perfect clusters in the style 615, and I like them because of how spaced out they were, and they're a little bit more dramatic than I usually go. So what we think? Do we like these lashes? So I'm gonna take my Sephora Micro Smooth powder in the shade Tan, and I'm gonna buff that all over my face. I absolutely love this powder. It is like Facetune in a compact form. It's amazing. And for bronzer, I'm going to use my Sephora bronzer, and this is in the shade Dark. And for blush, I'm going to go into this Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio, and I kind of dip into these 2 shades right here, which is Vegas and Scorching. To highlight, I'm going to go in with this Laura Geller highlighter, and this is in the shade Sparkle. I'm going to take my ColourPop BFF3 lip pencil and line my lips. So for lips, I'm going to mix these 2 liquid lipsticks together. This one is by L'Oreal in the shade Bittersweet, and this one is by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Ashton. And first I'm going to take the L'Oreal one. By the way, this is from their chocolate line, and it smells so good. And at first, it's going to look really gray. I wouldn't wear this shade on its own, but I feel like when I pair it with like a more pinkier nude, it kind of tones it down a little bit, and I get like a perfect shade. Alright, now I'm going to take the Anastasia one, and I'm going to apply that one. Alright guys, I'm back. I changed my shirt, added some hoop earrings, and I did not forget to apply mascara to my lower lashes, and this is the completed look. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below, go on over to my Instagram and like this photo right here, and last but not least, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, hit that button and turn on your notifications, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!